guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so excited for this video today because I am doing another collaboration with one of my favorite people here on YouTube, and her name is Melanie from Mr. Kong's mom. I will, of course, have her channel linked down below for you guys. So if you're not familiar with Melanie, I've talked about her a lot on my channel. We've done several collabs over the last few years, and I just think she's awesome. She has a little girl who is in kindergarten this year, just like my little one. So she's a mom just like me, so I can definitely relate to that. And then also she does a lot of similar type of videos to what I do here on my channel. She does a lot of declutters. She does a Shop My Stash series, which is actually what inspired me to originally start shopping my stash as well. And then she does a lot of reviews. She does do a bunch of home related type of videos as well. Like she does a lot of candle reviews and home fragrances and decor and things like that. So if you like those types of videos as well, definitely check out Melanie's channel. I think you guys will really like her. She is very sweet. She is just a really good person, and definitely check her out. And then if you are new to my channel, stopping by from Melanie's channel, thank you so much for stopping by today. I do post videos 6 days a week here on my channel, and most of the time it's beauty related. I do have some other lifestyle videos I sprinkle in here and there, but we talk a lot about beauty on my channel here. So if you'd like to watch more content like this one, please click that subscribe button. It means so much to me, and let's go ahead and jump into what this video is all about. So today's video, we are going to be talking about my most repurchased products. Now, I can't believe I've been on YouTube for 4 years and I have never done this video. It's one of those videos I've always had on my list, and I never just get around to filming it, but it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. So I think this is gonna be really fun to share with you guys what products I repurchase the most. Now, I feel like you guys are gonna kind of know what's in here if you watch my channels often, because you will have seen all of these products in very many of my empties videos and a lot of my favorites videos. Anytime I'm talking about holy grails, tutorials, things like that, I probably show all these products on my channel all the time because I use them constantly. So see if you guys can guess. Make your guesses down below what you think I might mention in this video. But are you guys ready to see all my most repurchased products? Let's jump in. I do want to start actually with skincare because I have a lot of skincare that are like holy grail items that I have repurchased over and over again. So let's begin there. The first thing is this. The Truth Serum from Ole Henriksen. You guys know I love this stuff. I talk about it all the time. It is just so good. It is definitely my favorite serum. It's great for brightening. So if you have any hyperpigmentation, whether it be from acne scarring, sunspots, anything like that, this will help to reduce the hyperpigmentation and lighten up your skin. So this is about half full now, and you know, I was trying to think how many times I've repurchased each item. I was gonna be like, oh, I've purchased this 5 times. And you guys, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I've purchased this so many times. I can't even keep track. I've gotten it in gratis a ton of times. I even got one from Octoly recently. But I go through it so fast. I've owned a lot of these. A lot. I don't know how many. At least 10. At least 10. I just go through it like water. I love it so much and I use it constantly. So yeah, this is definitely way up there on my repurchased list. Another skincare item that I talk about very, very frequently, I only have a little sample size right now, which is very sad. I've been holding off trying to get through some other eye creams before I repurchase the full size, but this is from Algenist. It is the Complete Eye Renewal Balm. I love this eye balm. It is my very favorite eye cream of all time. I've repurchased it at least 5 or 6 times, and it's not a cheap eye cream, so it is one that I go back to. I've been trying a lot of other eye creams, but I always go back to this. This is my absolute favorite eye cream. I actually found it originally by getting it in a point perk. I redeemed for a 500 point perk from Algenist several years ago, and actually even before I started working at Sephora, and I fell in love with it. And ever since then, like I said, I just keep repurchasing it. I go through it really quickly because I love it so much and I use it like every day when I have it. But yeah, I definitely have repurchased this a lot of times. Also from Algenist, another skincare item, this is my absolute favorite melting cleanser. This is from Algenist. It's the Genius Ultimate Anti-Aging Melting Cleanser. Now, I have tried a lot of oil-based cleansers before. I discovered this, I think, was the first one I ever used. I discovered this in a Sephora Favorites kit with a whole bunch of different cleansers, and I fell in love with it from there. And then I repurchased it several times, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try some other melting cleansers because it's the only one I had tried at that point. I tried the one from Ole Henriksen, I tried the Boscia one, I've tried the Tatcha one, I've tried a lot. I've tried pharmacies, but this by far is my favorite. I love the texture of it. I love the smell of it. It does not break out my skin. And I do have acne prone skin, so other oil-based cleansers have given me breakouts before, but this particular one does not clog my pores. It just melts away your makeup really easily. Even eye makeup and waterproof eye makeup, it just takes everything off. I always follow up my oil-based cleansers with another cleanser, but I feel like of all the ones I've tried, this is the one that you could probably get away with not doing that because it really does break everything down and get it all off. With a lot of the other oil-based cleansers that I've tried, it gets most of it off, but then you have to go in with a second cleanser to remove the rest of the makeup that's left behind, but this just gets everything. Everything just slides right off your face. I really like the way that it smells. I like the fact that it is more, I'll show you guys, I hate wasting it like this, but I like the fact that it is a thicker gel compared to like the Boscia one, which is very liquidy. I don't like that liquidy texture because I feel like those ones get really messy, and this one is a lot easier to work with. It's easier to massage it in and then it turns into an oil. So I just love this, you guys. I definitely recommend trying that if you have not. All right, and then the last skincare item. You guys knew this was gonna be here. This is my Shiseido Cottons. This again is something I go through a lot. You always know the things that you like the most when you have like 3 backups of it. If you have to have multiple backups on an item, then you know that's your like holy grail status. And that's how I am with these Shiseido Cottons. Whenever I buy them, I buy 2 or 3 packs at a time so that I don't want to run out. This is not something I let myself ever run out of. I always have to have backups because these are incredible. If you have not tried them, they are the softest cotton squares you will ever try in your life. And also the other benefit about them being so soft is they don't like, it's hard to explain. I feel like some of the cottons that you get from like the drugstore and stuff soak up all your products. So I usually use these with my eye makeup remover, and then also I use it with my toner. And when you apply the toner and the eye makeup remover to the cotton, because it's so soft, it just sits right on that top layer and you don't need as much of your actual liquid product in order to get it to work, if that makes sense. And I feel like the ones that I've tried before from the drugstore just soak all the product into the middle, and then you end up pouring more of your eye makeup remover on it, trying to get enough for it to actually do what you want it to do. Whereas with these cottons, it doesn't soak it up. It just like, it's magic. It just sits right on top and you don't need as much, and it gets all of your eye makeup off without like tearing out your lashes. It's just incredible. If you haven't tried these, it's worth the money. I know they're kind of expensive for cotton, but you get a lot in here. It's 165 individual cottons for $10. And I feel like the ones you get at Target are like $2, but you only get like 30. So, you know, I feel like it's not that overly priced. I really don't. All right, and then I do have one kind of miscellaneous product to talk about, and that is from Beauty Blender. This is the Solid Bar Cleanser. I have repurchased this many, many, many times. The reason I like this so much is that it's so much cleaner to use than like a liquid type thing. It has the little bar soap. Mine's dirty. I just washed some brushes last night, but it has the bar soap. What you do is you get your brush, I have a brush here, you get your brush a little bit wet, you swirl it around on the bar soap, and then it even has this little spongy thing that you can use to swirl it on, and then you rinse it out until it rinses clean, and you don't even have to get your hands in there. So that is why I like it, because I hate the feeling of pruny fingers, and when I wash my brushes, I wash them all at once, and I have a lot of brushes. So with the liquid, I feel like it gets all over my hands, and then my hands get so dried out and so pruny, and I just hate that feeling. So I like this because it's convenient, it's easy, it is a little bit more expensive, but I still buy it all the time because it's my favorite. All right, before we get into the actual makeup, I do want to talk about one little sponge. This is from L'Oreal. This is their L'Oreal makeup sponge. Mine's really dirty. I need to wash it, but I just recently discovered this. I want to say I've been using it for like 6 months, but maybe longer. I don't know. This is probably my third one, but I already have 2 backups in my drawer because this is now my absolute favorite sponge. I won't buy anything else because it is so much more affordable than a beauty blender, and I actually think it works better than the beauty blender. So if you have not tried these L'Oreal sponges, definitely try it. It is really good. All right, I have some foundations to talk about, a couple that I have repurchased many, many times. The first one is from Lancome. This, I think, is my 5th one of these, I want to say. Part of it, by the way, I am wearing this foundation today, in case you're wondering what's on my face. Part of the reason I bought so many of these is because I go through it quickly. It is a stick foundation, and I just find that I go through stick foundations really, really quickly. It's the only thing I will travel with. When I'm traveling, I bring this and nothing else for foundation because, number one, it's not liquid, so it's easy to just throw in your bag and you don't have to worry about separating it if you're flying. Number two, it always looks good on my skin, whether my skin is a little bit more dry, whether it is a little bit more oily. It just works with my skin no matter what, and having combo skin, that's important. And number 3, it gives beautiful coverage that looks natural. So no matter where I'm going, if I'm going somewhere where if I'm going to Vegas and I want flawless makeup every day, or if I'm going camping and I just want to look natural, either way, I know it's going to give me what I'm looking for because it always gives me a very natural, perfected look. It's just magic. I love it. And yeah, I've gone through quite a few of those. All right, another foundation. This is my Este Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is probably my 3rd bottle of this, but I have not been using this for very long. I discovered it somewhat recently. I think it was like last year's VIB sale. I don't remember, but I do know I have repurchased it a few times now, and I love it. It's just a great foundation. It does it's very full coverage, but I don't find it to be too heavy. I do apply mine with a sponge. I find that it looks a little bit softer and more natural with the sponge, but I just think it's a beautiful foundation and I highly recommend it. It's a little expensive, but I feel like it's totally worth it. I do also have a face powder that I've gone through many. This is definitely my favorite face powder. This is from MAC. It is the Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus is the shade that I use. And the thing about this powder is I can use it to set my foundation and it doesn't look powdery or thick or cakey. Or I could even use this on its own or over like a light BB cream or something and get almost like a medium coverage from just the powder, which is incredible. Most face powders are very, very minimal coverage, very light amount of coverage, but this, you can get a decent amount of coverage from this powder, but it still gives you that very skin-like natural finish. It doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look thick or cakey. There's just something magic about this powder, and I definitely recommend trying it if you've never tried it. It is really good. And by the way, I think I've repurchased 5 or 6 of these, so this is something that has been a favorite of mine for a long time. Also, one more thing about this powder, it is the powder that I carry in my purse for touch-ups as well. Next up, I do have a concealer to mention, just one concealer. This is from NARS. This is one that I've repurchased several times. Now this one, it's not that I've repurchased it because it's my favorite, although I do really like this concealer a lot, but I feel like part of the reason I've repurchased this so many times is because I go through it quickly. I feel like you don't get a lot in here. In fact, you get 0.22 ounces, so I want to compare that to another one. Yeah, just for comparison, this one here from Makeup Forever is my favorite concealer. You get 0.5 fluid ounces in this, so you're basically getting half the product in this one. No wonder I go through it so fast, because this is like probably my 3rd or 4th tube of this that I've purchased, and I do find that I go through it quickly. Now this one is in a project right now, so I am trying to use it up, but yeah, I definitely have purchased a lot of these. I think it's a good concealer. It's like a medium coverage and it is not too thick, so it doesn't like crease up under your eyes. I do have it under my eyes today. So that is what I'm wearing today. All right, now we have a bunch of eye products to talk about. First of all, this guy here. I use this in probably every tutorial you see from me because it is my absolute favorite liquid liner. This is from Physicians Formula. It is the Eye Booster Liner in Ultra Black. If you like the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, you will like this liner. It is almost the same thing, but I find that this one glides a little bit easier. And I feel like this one lasts me longer. With the Tattoo Liner, I feel like that one dries out a little quicker, whereas this one I feel like lasts me a little bit longer. But oh, I don't know. I don't know how many of these I've bought, probably at least 10 or more. I don't know. I purchase this constantly. It's my favorite. As soon as it runs out, I go get another one. Okay, and then the last product, you guys knew this was gonna be in here. This is the only thing I use on my eyebrows anymore. This is from Anastasia. It is the Brow Wiz. I already have like 4 backups of this pencil. When it was part of the Ulta 21-day sale, you can only buy 2 of each shade, so I bought like 2 of the taupe and 2 of the caramel. Caramel is the shade I usually wear, by the way. That's what's in my eyebrows today. But I do wear this every single day. And I have tried a lot of other brow pencils. I was on the market looking for some dupes from drugstore options, and even though I found some that were similar, there is nothing I have found that compares to the Brow Wiz. It glides on. It doesn't tug or pull. It's very creamy, but it lasts all day for me, and I just find it so easy to work with that it takes me a couple minutes. When you find something that just works for you, you just don't want to switch it, and that's what I found with that particular product. It's the only thing I like to wear in my brows anymore, so. All right, you guys, so those are all of my most repurchased products. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And don't forget to check out Melanie's channel and her video, which will be linked down below. Tell her I sent you, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.